Jai Shri Krishna, all my dear ones. I am going to tell you amazing conversation between Lord Krishna and Bheeshma in Kurukshetra war. Silence is connivance is betrayal, betrayal is sin is a punishable offense. It is one of the most influential quotes I have ever read in my life. There is a heartbreaking yet a life transforming conversation behind this quote. Let me now, in my own words, tell you the whole story behind this quote, which is one of the most important lessons the great epic Mahabharata had ever taught us. After he was fell down in the historic Kurukshetra war by the Pandava warrior Arjuna, Kaurava army chief Bheeshma was put to rest on the request of Bheeshma himself by Arjuna on a bed of arrows. Later, waiting for Uttarayana, the sacred months, to leave this earth, Bhishma was lying down on that thorny bed, going through enormous mental agony and excruciating physical pain. One day, Bhagwan Shri Krishna Paramatma had come to see him in the battlefield. With tears in his eyes and great pain in his voice, the great warrior Bhishma, the personification of Dharma, asked him, Krishna, all my life I lived with pride and dignity, was always noble in my deeds and soft in my words, had never left the path of Dharma or righteousness. Never, not even in my thoughts, was my behavior with women indecent, and above all, I was extremely devotional in my nature towards you. Then, Krishna, why is this unbearable pain to me today in this last stage of my life? Why am I living like this? Is this called life? Lying half dead on this bed of arrows, day and night, am listening to the war cries coming from the battleground during the day, heartbreaking weeping of people who lost their dear ones in the battle during the night, and the grunting noises the vultures make while preying on the dead bodies during the midnight. Krishna, my body is oozing blood and am afraid these vultures would attack me someday if you don't find any food around me. Despite being a great warrior, I won't be able to even drive them away and save myself. What is this life for me, Krishna? You are Swayam Bhagwan, who had come to see me today, but am not even able to raise my hands and offer you my namaskar. Krishna, my eyes have never shed tears in my life, but now, after looking at you, the creator of this mankind and the master of this universe, standing like an ordinary human being in front of me, they are not able to control themselves. Krishna, what is this punishment to me? Why is that my royal life had suddenly turned so pathetic? What is that sin I have committed in my life to deserve this punishment? Please tell me, Krishna, and please relieve me from this agony at the earliest. Please, Krishna, please. Saying so, Bhishma broke down into uncontrollable tears. Taking a deep breath and looking deep into the eyes of Bhishma, Bhagwan Shri Krishna Paramatma said, My beloved Bhishma Charya, all your life until you had come this far, you have walked the path of righteousness and had never dwindled away from it, not even for a minute. You always have led life by example and always lived with pride and dignity. You were never harsh in your words, nor were you ever rude in your behavior. However, Bhishmacharya, you remained silent at the time when you were expected to speak and remained mute at a time when you were expected to question. I agree, Bhishmacharya, you were never indecent in your behavior with any woman. However, you turned your face away when that helpless woman Draupadi was being molested by Dushasana right in front of your eyes, in the full house of your king's court. You know well, Bhishmacharya, how much Draupadi respected you, but what did you do to her? That day when she pleaded to you, saying, Bhishmacharya, please save my dignity, please come to my rescue, you just turned away your face from her and ignored her plea. You, Bhishmacharya, despite being a great warrior yourself, you could have easily averted the molestation of Draupadi that day, and despite being a great crusader of Dharma, who could have questioned your king, have just remained a silent spectator to all that unholy happening in front of you. You remained mute, Bhishmacharya, because you believed more in your being loyal to your king than in upholding Dharma and coming to the rescue of a helpless woman. Unfortunately, what you didn't realize that moment, Bhishmacharya, was silence is connivance, connivance is betrayal, betrayal is sin, sin is a punishable offense, which means Bhishmacharya to remain silent when there is need to speak and question the king is like being in connivance with the king in his crime. Being in connivance, you need to know Bhishmacharya is termed as betrayal. Since betrayal is a sin and a punishable crime in the court of God, you are now being punished this way. Of course, I have great love for you, my beloved Bhishmacharya, and great respect as well. However, I am God first and then a human. As God, even I have to act according to the laws of nature. Otherwise, I don't deserve to be called a God. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनाय नार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. जय श्री कृष्णा.